just had nowhere to go. How about the defensive line? They eat up all the blocks up front, freeing those linebackers up to be able to make the play. Just a bad play all around for this offense.
Coming to the line on second down, this is important. They want to avoid a third and long. Looking to pass this time. Couldn't quite get there. Brought down at the 2. We've reached the 2-minute warning here. Let's see if this offense can build on this big lead before halftime. An important third down conversion coming here in the red zone. Can they pick up the first on the ground? The Buckeyes look to keep this drive moving. The defense backed up against their own end zone. They'll try to run it in on first and goal. Fights his way in for the score. Touchdown, Ohio State.
Chris, it's a great touchdown run here by this back. But the continuity of this offensive line was on display, and that's the reason he was able to get into the end zone.
Extra point try coming now. The extra point is good, and they stretch the lead a little bit more. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. Return starts from inside the 5. And he stopped at the 20. Tried to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. And the Michigan offense comes back out on the field. They're in a hole here before they have a chance to regroup at halftime. Let's see if they can cut into this big lead. He's on the run, launches deep, and the pass is dropped. Would have been a big gain, but he couldn't hold on.
You know, they don't hit this downfield, but it gives you an idea of how much pressure this quarterback can put on this defense. They've got to cover all these receivers, worry about the running game, try to pressure the quarterback, and then deal with him when he breaks out and scrambles like that. He's a threat to run or throw.
After the incompletion, QB tries it again on 2nd and 10. Looking right, this one caught. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Well, it's got to start somewhere, and there's a nice first down to keep this drive alive and hope to be able to create a little bit of momentum here near the end of the first half, trying to cut into this lead and get some points on the board.
First down, looking to throw the football. Escapes the sack. It's caught. Breaking free at midfield. Rips off a big gain all the way to the plus 43-yard line. The timeout is called to talk strategy. Close game here as we approach halftime. This offense has gotten going at long last. It's another 1st and 10. Here's the snap. Looking to throw here. Junior steps up and makes an impact play. The offense will call a timeout. That's their 2nd of the half.
That is outstanding defense to be able to leverage this quarterback. That is a tough thing to do. This guy's as fleet-footed as any quarterback in the country, and to be able to bring him down for a loss like that is a major accomplishment.
They look to throw it here on 2nd down. Here's a shot toward the right sideline. Deep ball is caught for a huge gain here. They make the tackle, but it sets the offense up for a 1st and goal from the 10.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense.
1st and goal. A good chance to chip away at the lead before halftime. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. Finds his target, and it's complete. Brought down at the 7, but the completion moves him into scoring position.
That's a good job by this defense of understanding where they are on the field. They obviously don't want to allow this offense to get into the end zone. They routed the football on that pass and able to keep him short of the goal line.
Hand off inside, looking for the touchdown. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. And now the offense will call a timeout here Something they didn't like about what they saw there, wanting to make an adjustment before this critical down. And the offense facing a 3rd and goal from a long way away. Offense looking to throw the ball. Gets the ball off as he's hit, but it's incomplete.
Hey, it's an incompletion, but it's a nice job by the quarterback. I know it didn't pan out, but the most important thing is he didn't turn the football over, and he didn't take a sack. It'll give your kicker a chance to put some points on the board if they opt for the field goal here on 4th down.
The coach is not feeling the field goal attempt. They're going for it on 4th and goal here. Pre-snap motion from the offense. And the quarterback dropping back. And the pass rush swarms, and they get him down on 4th and goal. What a play.
Instead of getting points here and going for the field goal, this offense decides to get aggressive, and the offensive line gives up the sack. Looked like they miscommunicated. The defense, to their credit, is able to get after the quarterback, and they come up with not only a stop, but now they get the ball back themselves.
So a timeout is called. Just a few seconds left here in the first half. Final seconds in the first half. They will just take a knee and head to the locker room. Some of the crowd hoping for more, but the coach content to take this lead into halftime. The Miller's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it down to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. And the Wolverines will kick this deep, begin the second half. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. And he's brought down at the 16. He'd been better off leaving it in the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. And this offense trying to build in a very impressive first half performance, trying to stretch the lead right away here in the 3rd. Pressure is coming. Oh, a sack. The senior on this defense making a big play.
Well, how about the push up front by the big fellas here? And when you can get pressure like this, that's what separates good defenses from great defenses. And you think back to the Michigan teams, when they've been exceptional, they've had defensive line play just like that.
2nd and long, backed up at the 7-yard line. He hands it off from the gun. Tackle finally made. That's a very solid gain, but not close to first down yardage yet. Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. And he'll drop back here on 3rd down. Cannot escape that ferocious pass rush. It's a sack.
Nothing is more gratifying for a defense to be able to sit back and play zone and still get pressure on the quarterback with your defensive front.
The Buckeyes bring their punt team onto the field. Oh, and he's got some space here. Good effort by the return man. They get him down, but that's a solid gain on the return. Michigan offense back out on the field. Last possession, they went for it on 4th down, but got stoned. Let's see what they can do this time. Throwing for his running back. Falls incomplete, broken up by the defender nicely that time.
Some players just have a real knack for timing their jump, and that defender was able to get a big paw on the ball and bat it away.
And he'll loft it to the end zone. And it's picked off in the end zone. Follows the pick with a nice return before finally being brought down.
Well, this defense has been great the entire football game here. They knew they had a lot of pressure on them in the playoff. They stepped up and played well all game long, and now they get a critical interception here late in this game.
So the drive gets underway, backed up at the 8-yard line. handoff here from the shotgun. The sophomore with a strong tackle there.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Back to pass. It's McMillan. Catch made on the left side. In a big game before he goes out of bounds, the offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Nice throw and catch here for the Buckeyes. You know, Chris, it's hard to think of a time when Ohio State didn't have an efficient and prolific quarterback under center.
The offense operating at peak efficiency. They come to the line again. On first down, it's play action. Extending the play now. Offense getting set up. Here's second down. And now the handoff. And he's tackled right at the 40-yard line.
Man, you know, the back gets a lot of the attention here. He's a good back. I love to see that offensive line win the battle of the line of scrimmage.
The offense now looking at a 3rd and short from their own 40, trying to keep this drive going. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Makes a quick catch. He's tackled quickly, but the yardage is good enough for the first down.
Think about this, Chris. These guys have been working since January of last year to get ready for a dream season. They've had that. Now they're here so close into the postseason and the playoff, working with the lead. It comes down to a 3rd down. They do their job, convert. Now they keep working that clock and getting so much closer to advancing to the next round.
Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
My gosh, this offensive line's got to do a better job of blocking. The defense was zeroed in on the ball carrier and absolutely nowhere to go for the offense.
Dropping back, it's McMillan. Tries to get it to the running back. Pass is caught right near the sideline. What a catch, does get the foot down.
For this offensive line, you got to tip your cap. They've done everything you would ask of them in taking care of this quarterback. They do it again here on 3rd down, working with that lead. You know the pressure's coming, and they deliver.
They pick up 4, so 2nd down and 6 coming up.
Nice solid run here by this back. Did a nice job of just kind of finding that lane, pick up some positive yards here on 1st and 10.
2nd down after that previous play. This will be the 9th play on the drive. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. On this drive, they converted twice on 3rd down. They need 6 yards here. Dropping back, they're going to throw for the first down. Doesn't hold on. Good hit by the DB. Now it brings up 4th down.
Interesting call here, Chris, to throw the ball on 3rd and short. Unable to come up with a first down. Now here at 4th down, you got a big decision to make. Do you kick the field goal just to add to the lead, or maybe go for this here with a chance to drop the hammer?
And at 4th down, they'll punt it away here. And we'll see what he can do on the return. And the returner is tackled by this punt coverage team. And the Wolverines offense is back back on the field. This offense trying to bounce back the last possession and then in a pick. He's moving out of the pocket. They'll try a pass here. And a short pitch and catch to the tight end. They tackle him at the 38. Solid gain. Nice play there.
Chris, here we are in the fourth quarter. These guys are trailing. Hadn't been a great day, but with this quarterback, he's as gifted as anybody in the country. You never count these guys out.
Game moves the ball to the 38. Another first down. Quick throw complete to the tight end. Tackle, but first down.
Chris, we get so caught up in these wide receivers and their playmaking ability and getting them the ball in space. Like the defense has to pay attention to them. Often too much attention opens up an underneath drag route like this, and the quarterback makes a good read. Nice first down.
And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete.
One way to slow down a very gifted quarterback is to be able to get pressure on him. Right now, the defense coordinator is doing a great job of mixing up the looks, and the defense is winning the line of scrimmage, and I think it's really impacting this quarterback's rhythm.
Takes a shot as he lets it go. The pass is intercepted. Look out, he's got some space. That's a pick and a long return before finally being taken down.
Boy, would this quarterback love to have this one back. They're trying to work themselves back into this game here in the second half, and the defense comes up with a big turnover that could be the nail in the coffin.
Here comes the powerful Ohio State offense onto the field. That run moves the ball across the 40.
Hey, listen, you don't always have to have big plays to be successful. It's a nice, solid gain here, keeps you on schedule, and you get ready for that next play.
Looking to pass, it's McMillan. And they heave it deep downfield. And the pass is dropped incomplete. Would have had a huge gain. Took his eye off the ball.
Chris, the defense catches a break here. They got behind coverage, looked like a big play, if not a touchdown, and the receiver just dropped the ball.
Now the offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 41. Back now goes in motion. Defense will have to adjust. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Look at this. He'll go deep again. That one falls incomplete. They tried to press it deep, but now it brings up 4th down.
He's looking for that deep completion. I love the chunk play. I love the idea of being aggressive. They just come up empty.
Buckeyes will line up to boot it away. He'll field the punt. And the coverage team makes the stop on this return. Michigan offense comes back out on the field. They had it going on the last drive, but it ended abruptly with the interception. Let's see what they can do here. Bringing pressure. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Good pass rush there on 1st down.
Man, the quarterback got nailed there, Chris. We'll have to take another look. He gets the ball out, but he took a big hit. This offensive line has got to do a better job at taking care of their superstar if they want to have a chance to win this game.
An incompletion makes it 2nd and 10. And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. Caught quickly. They make the tackle, but that pass creates a solid gain.
Offensively, you get to the 4th quarter, you're down in a game. You're thinking about vertical shots and getting out of bounds to try to stop the clock. If I'm a defensive coordinator, I'll give that up all game long. Short little routes, tackling them inbounds. Let's keep that clock moving.
So down by multiple possessions here. The offense will try to convert here on 4th down. Looking to throw it again. And he finds his target. He has the first. They get him down at the 41, but that's good enough for a first down.
I thought the defense did a pretty good job here on this fourth down, but how about the quarterback? Throws an absolute laser to get that one in there for the first down.
The Wolverines with 1st and 10 here. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. He's going for a big play downfield. Catch made down inside the 15. Takes it all the way to the house. Touchdown, Wolverines.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
This one will be fair caught. State offense comes back onto the field. They're trying to build on their lead. They were forced to punt on the last possession. Stop after a small gain. Now looking at 2nd and 9.
Well, about the only thing that went right for the offense there, Chris, is they kept the ball in bounds to try to keep that clock moving. The defense does their job. They're just trying to think of any way at all to get that ball out and get the ball back to their offense to have a shot here.
They'll keep it on the ground, trying to run some clock. That's a nice tackle there by the senior. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. Big 3rd down play. If they can't get the stop, they have to consider calling a timeout. Looking downfield, it's McMillan. Oh, it's incomplete. That's a good job of the defender to break that up. The Buckeyes will line up to punt it away. We'll see if he can make a play on this return. They finally get him down, but that's a solid return. Good work by the return man. And the Michigan offense back out on the field. The last drive, the passing game, very effective. Moved him right down the field. Can the defense make adjustments? Running out of time in the pocket. And he pulls in the catch. He's brought down, but the game moves the ball to the 39.
How about this guy making this throw? I mean, they have harassed him all game long, and here we are in the 4th quarter. He takes another hit, and this time gets enough on it to be able to complete it. Great play by the quarterback.
Under heavy pressure, he takes a shot. And he's got it. Touchdown, Michigan.
What a score by this offense, and the greatest thing, Chris, is they still left themselves a little bit of time, and now you're thinking onside kick if they can recover it. You never know.
PHC is good. They still trail, though. Formation would indicate they're going to try the onside kick here. And they recover the onside kick. Looks like they've been practicing that one.
Well, they needed the onside kick, and they come up with it. Remember, they don't need a touchdown here. Let's see if the defense on the other side can hold them to prevent the go-ahead score.
And the Wolverines offense is back on the field. Play action here on 1st down. He's moving out of the pocket now. And now in the final couple minutes, here's a deep shot. The catch is made for a huge pickup. Finally brought down at the 12. An explosive play puts it in great scoring position.
That is great arm strength and accuracy by this quarterback. And let's not forget the wide receiver's job of bringing it in for that big game.
Looks to the left, and it's complete. Brought down at the 7. The completion moves him closer to the goal line. And a quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve as much clock as possible. So down here in the red zone, every yard tough to find. Here is a crucial play coming up. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. And he throws the ball out of bounds there. Smart not to take a sack on that play. Brings up 3rd down. So here we go. 3rd down. Defense needs a stop here, trying to force a field goal attempt. Launching one to the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines, to claim the lead here in the final minute.
Chris, we've watched this offense all year make plays and come up with drives like this to give their team a chance to win football games. And now we are the biggest stage of the year, and they come up with one more touchdown to give them the lead here.
So after taking the lead, they'll kick it away here and hope their defense can make a stop on this final drive. And he's going to bring this out from a couple yards deep in the end zone. He's tackled at the 10. Not good field position to start the drive. Here comes the powerful Buckeye offense back onto the field. Here we go. Crucial situation. They've got time to run a few plays. The defense can't just back off here and play too passive. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. This line getting set up. It's a 1st down play. The DB is backing off from the line now. Back to throw. It's McMillan. He's moving out of the pocket. And it's incomplete. Even in a 1st down throw, he was under some heavy pressure. We've got to get points quickly here. Looking for explosive plays right now. Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. Lets it go. Here's a wide open receiver, complete. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks. More than enough for a 1st down. They'll get set, needing to score quickly now, looking for some big plays right here. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Contact as he let the ball go. And it falls incomplete with just 6 seconds remaining to play.
Chris, this is it. Last shot here. Let's see if anybody can come up with a miracle play.
He's back to throw again on 2nd and 10. Makes the catch downfield. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a 1st down. They need to score quickly here, trying to dial up some big plays. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Time is running out. They'll take a deep shot. And it's incomplete. They come up empty in the end zone as the clock runs out. That will wrap the game up. Of course, in the playoffs, it's survive and advance. This is a crucial W. Great performance, but now the stage gets even bigger. The challenges will continue going forward.
Yeah, more and more pressure will grow as this team continues to win football games, but you and I have been around this team all year long. So impressed with the emotions and how they're able to contain themselves, stay focused on the task at hand. They did that again today. They advance. Cannot wait to watch and see what they can do next week.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Street, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.